Hello everyone, Janna is here, and as usual in this video I'll share with you results of this trading week, and we will have a look at gold this coming week, technical analysis. And as you can see, guys, I'm sharing again through FX Blue, and this week my result was slightly over $34,000. And now I want to show you again my Telegram channel where I was sending my screenshots with the pending orders, and I have to say that this week there was not even one losing trade, so there was nothing to recover. All the trades closed out with profits. And now we are going to look at gold and see what happened this week and my expectation for this coming week. I just want to share with you guys again my ideas, and as usual, don't forget that trading Forex is very risky, and if you are following my strategy or my orders, it's all at your own risk. You decide for yourself money management, the lot size you choose, the take profits and losses. This is only what I do, and just share with you with the informational purposes, as you know. And if you disagree, then please change the channel. And now let's see what happened to gold as expectation. And here the week finished at 2360 level. Remember, we were still inside the downtrend channel and below this little trend level. And with the opening of the market, the small pattern was created here. This is where I was taking one of the trades as a sell pending order, and we had a really good fall, even though actually my one of the expectation was just staying here in possible continuation of uptrend, but first it had a bit of a recovery, and then we went back to 2360, which was also one of the expectation of a bit of a battle at that level. And eventually the price broke the level, actually had a pullback and straight back up inside this little channel, as you can see, guys. So basically at this moment I can say that we got out from this possible beginning of the downtrend channel, of the change of our big uptrend. And it does look like we are having a continuation of the uptrend, so it's resumed. And of course here now I am going to look at three possible scenarios, what I'm expecting could happen. And as you know, with my strategy, it doesn't really matter if you followed seen my trades last week, for example. All the trades pretty much are placed again, orders both directions, and we were catching the market on all the ways, down, up, down, up. So, and that's how the strategy works. And I'm expecting continuation of the good volatility, using again the EA for the trades to take over my annual entries, but with the EA continuation of the trades. And also if there will be any losses, my expectation is still the recovery would be in either the same day or maybe like couple of days, but not having too many of the recoveries. But I just want to warn you guys, because we are end of May now and going into the summer season, it's always risky, and that's usually for me is the worst time for trading with my strategy, because usually during the summer days the any pairs, they just can go into very quiet mode, consolidations a bit longer. And that's why if we will have a loss, for example, then I would expect a bit more attempts to recover it. Okay, so they just want to warn you, again, use the lowest possible lot size. So just money management depends on the account of the size of your account. But like through the whole year, pretty much up to now, it was perfect. The movements on gold were just exactly as expected. And like I'm saying, I'm expecting still continuation of the same volatility, and but possible, who knows, right? It could be going into some of the consolidations, but um, we still have all this uncertainty in the world with this geopolitics, right? We still have things going on, Israel and Gaza. We have still Russia and Ukraine. Looks like again it's getting worse. It's not looking as quiet or getting better, unfortunately. And that's why, of course, because of that, that looks like we might still see gold continue rally. And also the expectation for rate cuts still continue, right? That the Fed will start to rate cuts, still expectation. Some people it's might be happening this year, which I still can't see that, but who knows? And there was just disappointing that they didn't talk about possible increase of rates. Okay, so they're just like on pause right now, watching the numbers, and that's why, of course, there will be reaction of the market. So we saw this week that reaction was not only on the geopolitical situation in the world, but also on economical in the US. So basically, as expected, the reaction on both sides. So as for that, the one of the expectation we continue going up, and of course, where it's going to stop, nobody knows. This is the unknown area at all, and there will be only guesses to 500, to 5 higher, and I'm just going to show you my numbers where I am at possible movement. So the one of my expectation that what can happen here with the opening of the market, because we got like really to the edge of the previous high around 24.30. Actually, I had a pending order sell limit on Friday before the end of the day. I thought we might actually have, they will push a price higher and take the top, and then might have a reverse, but it didn't work out, so it didn't go any further. It just decided to stop inside the channel, and my expectation is possible that with the opening of the market, we might have a gap. And I mean, again, once we need to consider that if there is nothing else happens today, still time before the market opens, right? Some uncertainty, like unexpected news or anything from Middle East, of course, at this moment, it looks like the most reaction on gold with Middle East. And who knows? But for example, here, one of the expectations, it might open the gap and have a huge run to the highs. Yes, because the market expects it to go really high. So quite possibly one of the expectation could be we will run very high. And where I'm taking this from is from that previous movement, guys. So if we'll look at the history, that huge, if you've been trading, it was in December, and that was quite unexpected. We had opening of the market the same, right? It was taking out the previous top, so it was sitting in here, moving up, and then huge jump. So basically in here, if I would have a look how high, how fast it jumped, as you can see, it's about 8,000 points, right? Well, 7,000 plus minus, we have it right from the it's actually from like a bit of the bottom. So we kind of have similar situation right now. So from here to there is about whatever, 7, 8, 9, 10,000 points is jumped. And that's why from here, guys, I expect could be possible the same scenario. Okay, because we are right at the top and everything expecting unexpected. Like the most, of course, people thinking it might go up, or maybe it will actually people want to sell because it is a top. And so let's say from here we will have the same huge move, and as you can see, it could be around to 500, but as we're all expecting to 500, that's why my expectation would be they might actually jump a bit higher and over to 500. So my scenario, if it will move like this, so my action would be catching the sell around those areas. So maybe smaller lots, I will be looking to do the sales around to 500, maybe a little bit lower, because yes, it might turn around before it, because they're going to play us, obviously, if it will happen, and if it will go high. So smaller lots selling would be around there, and if it will jump higher, then I will be looking for the bigger lot selling above to 500, okay, plus minus. The other also third in here, if I will be looking at that movement, as you can see, right, this huge move, of course, from here we had a huge drop back, right? So it was about 13,000 points, and to the lowest point about 17,000 points. So that's how I'm also looking at possibly if we are going to have such a big move. Then let's say from here we have back again, right, in the same area we might go back, and further down is my mark would be about 2360. It's also basically in here. It's quite a level. That's why I think this could be a possible major support. So that's why it could be this scenario where the first we will see might go back inside this channel, right? Have again a bit of consolidation and continue down to 2360, and then from here I would probably would be looking at possible buys again. Okay, so that's one of the scenarios. If this would be happening tonight, that would be just absolutely perfect. It would be super perfect, and huge profits for me would be in here. It's just very easy um, to do it this way. So this is, I don't know, it's might be 10% chance of that scenario. The next scenario is would be that we would might from here just start to consolidate. It might also have a bit of a jump, but not going to go as dramatic and as fast. I mean, if it will start to go that high, we would realize straight away, because it was exactly the same last time. It just was so fast. It was I don't even know if actually the broker would allow to jump into the trade around there, but somewhere to try to catch it. If it will actually do it, it would be really fast. So, but the other two scenarios a bit more uh, practical, okay, I would say, and more reasonable. If that we will just go slightly, I mean, at the end of the day, if you would notice, they did actually give us a bit of a pin, try to go up. So that means from here we might turn around and started to actually go for a bit of a correction, and who knows, it could be like 23.95 our previous support, or maybe further down back to 23.60. Yes, it quite also could be just like it was the previous week, right? And we also have here a bit of a double top. So it might do exactly the same, to go for a bit of a correction and stop, who knows, at any of those levels. And of course, then I will be looking at possible, I mean, again, how fast it will start to move. If it will be just a bit slow, just like here we had this little pattern, maybe it will just slow down around this level and it will be trying to break it, or maybe it will be started to continue to go up. So basically, you see in here these two other scenarios: either correction a bit down, or continue slower, not as dramatic and fast, slower, continue going up, maybe creating higher than this one, and then turning around. So that's playing around this area, and 2360 and 2430 slightly above. And that's one. And another one is we might go into consolidation again, but I mean, again, here could possibly create the same pattern as it did here, right? Slow, and but in this scenario, not dropping here, but actually going up. Remember, I was telling you last week, and we had here, it's about the same areas, about 2500, right? So that kind of like a head and shoulders, you see 11,000. And if we will stay in this, could be another 11,000, which is slightly more than 25 30 I put in here, so maybe 2550, but it would be a bit slower, okay? Not like the first possible scenario when it would be like really sharp jump. So that's what basically I see, guys. Either we could have that first scenario very sharp up, the other scenario we will just be slow, sitting in here and then making the move, or we can go for a bit of a correction. So that's the third one, right? Third scenario of we will just go for correction. And the main picture, guys, so that's my view on this at this moment. And also the other view in here on a just bigger picture is, if you know, there is a possible pattern creating here is a cap, right? And cap and the handle. There is no handle just yet, and that's why this looks like more towards that possibility, is that we will go a little bit higher, 2430, sitting a bit in here. And yes, I mean, I would say from here that it would be more practical to go higher, and it can, and then return, still return, and give us that handle. Okay, so but again, it's going to depend here from actually if we will sit in this channel, like jump out and sit, and we will stay above 2430, that previous stop, then I probably would say more towards we will go up without creating the handle, or maybe we will go up and then come back still and create that handle, or if it's just going to sit maybe below 2430, having like maybe pins, trying to reject, like jump up, come back, and eventually just stay underneath and creating here maybe a little pattern, like a bit of a triangle, not coming back exactly as that previous one, right? So just below. Then I would say we might break out that level and go down. And well, I mean, it might end up by 2395, but I think it will be a little bit bigger move. Like I'm saying, 2360 would be the one of the main supports for me at this moment, and then we will create 2360, and then we will start it to go back up again, and then eventually to 500 and higher, and possibly even higher. So then just giving these ideas to you based on all those previous movements is what we saw for example, like this big, that huge pattern here, right? Big cap, and this is handle, but as you can see, it took a while to create that handle in here, but this is a big picture. At this moment we're talking it a little bit small, and I don't expect gold will sit and consolidate here for too long, because we're only like looking at this a possible area. It's not as big as the other one it was, but at the same time, of course, as I was saying in one of my other videos, this could end up as a double top, right? Again, they might jump up, who knows? And then, like I'm saying, the perfect would be just that first scenario, sharp jump. That would be just absolutely perfect to play with. Well, the way how I see it, it might, of course, not work this way, but at the same time, it might have a little bit jump. Also, you can't exclude it, just it's so much uncertainty in here, and then turn around. It just, the only why I can't see at this moment this is a possible double top is because the other, like, I mean, technically you basically see it could be technical double top, could be technical cap and creation of the handle, and who knows, might create like a triangle also at the same time, and going even for the deeper consolidation, right? It's really hard to say at this moment. Technically, could end up here any of those patterns, but if we're looking at financial news, the dollar, right, and interest rates, and if maybe something unexpected, and they say we might increase rates, like, but Fed didn't consider at all in his last talkings, and also this geopolitical situation, obviously we can see there is nothing changing there for better. That's why I'm not excluding a possible double top and reverse, but at this moment it's more looking like towards the pattern, which will mean continuation of the uptrend. So that's how I see it at this moment, guys, and I wanted to share with you my view on it. And well, that's it for now. I hope you liked the video, of course. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe. Happy trading, everyone, and all the links you can find in the description of this video. And I'll talk to you next week. Bye, everyone.